So something a little bit different today I thought with the Deshaun Watson news coming out today, publicly requesting a trade, I thought I'd give my opinion on kind of what I would like to see happen and where I would like to see him end up. So far, we've kind of heard that the Jets are interested, and the Jets, obviously, out of all the teams who are going to be interested, have the most to give up, and that's a second overall pick, 23rd overall, and 34th overall. Plus, they have Sam Darnold. If I'm the Jets, I understand that Darnold hasn't probably progressed as they would have thought he would by now. But I think he had Adam Gase pretty much as his only coach in the NFL. So it would be interesting to see him when there's someone else. But I mean, obviously, if you have the chance to get a guy like Deshaun Watson, you do it. And apparently Deshaun is a big fan of Salah, so that could be another reason, for him to go to New York. Then we have the Miami Dolphins. There's been rumblings that they haven't been too satisfied with how Tua has progressed throughout the season. For the football fans, remember he's been benched and started again, and then benched in the fourth, and then Fitzmagic kind of came in and did his thing. So it's kind of been an up and down season for Tua. I would say mostly down. So they maybe don't want to take their chances with Tua when there's a guy like Deshaun Watson out there. And obviously, if they can get him, they will. The only issue is they don't have a first round draft pick. That went away in a Tunsil trade. So they don't have a first round pick. So that kind of that doesn't give them the best chance of getting Deshaun Watson. But again, they could throw in 3 first rounders in the next 3 years or something like that. So if they really wanted to, they probably could. And then there's like the 49ers, obviously, with Jimmy Garoppolo there. It's hard to argue with Jimmy G. He's not one of the best quarterbacks in the league. He's probably not even top 15. But I mean, his winning record speaks for himself. When he plays, the 49ers win a lot of their games. And when he doesn't, they struggle. So, that's kind of like a feather in his cap. The team that I would like to see Deshaun Watson go to is the Los Angeles Rams. I think if the Los Angeles Rams can get rid of Goff either in a trade for Deshaun Watson or another trade, I think they pull the trigger. But that's only if they are certain that they can get Deshaun Watson. Look, that offense is pretty good in terms of the players that they already have there. Cam Akers had a good season. Robert Woods is really good. I loved him when he was in Buffalo, for example. Cooper Kupp is still very good. They got Higbee as a tight end. The defense, with Aaron Donald there and all the guys, probably the best unit in the NFL in terms of defense. It's just that they struggle in offense sometimes. So their defensive numbers are amongst the best in the league. Like all the major defensive categories, they pretty much rank in the top 5, top 6 in the entire league. It's just the offensive numbers where they kind of take a hit, and that's with Goff's inconsistency. Goff can come out and throw for 350, 400 yards with 5 TDs, and he could come back the next week and throw for 85 with 4 interceptions. He's just one of those guys that he either has it or he doesn't have it at all. His team could win by 40 or they could lose by 35. And I think with Deshaun Watson, if you add him onto the St. Louis Rams, he provides so much consistency. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Josh Reynolds is a free agent, so we don't know what his situation is going to be like, if he's going to be back with the team. But with that being said, they still have a really good core of receivers, tight ends, and running backs, and they like to use more than one running back. I remember when they played the Buffalo Bills, they used something like 2 or 3 running backs who ran all over the Bills. So in terms of running backs, they have a full slate of guys who can run the ball, and they're set on offense with receivers and tight ends. So if they can pull that off somehow, I think that would be really good for them, and it would maybe even make them the favorites in the NFC. I know Goff's cap hit is around $34 million in the upcoming season, and I believe for Deshaun Watson, it is something like $15 million. So I'm not too sure how that would work salary cap wise. But if the LA Rams can make it happen, I think they pull the trigger. And that's obviously only if they can unload Goff.